Good morning to one and all. As we are going with the lesson, Madam Rides the Bus, we have come to fourth part of it. It's the final part of the lesson, Madam Rides the Bus. As we have seen that Madam Wali Amai has taken such a good ride on the bus, and the people around her were genuine and trustworthy ones, and nobody misled Wali Amai, and they all shown great love towards this girl, especially the conversation with the conductor. Wali had it shows that he had shown a great interest towards Wali because she was amused by her character, and he was very much liked the way she was speaking, and also she was very confident that she could take her own safety all by herself. Let us come to fourth paragraph and the fourth part of it, and this is the final part, and we will finish it today. Let's take all of you page number 125, and the first para goes like this. Won't your mother be looking for you? The conductor asked when he gave the girl her ticket. Okay, now she has taken her backward journey, and in order to pay for backward journey she has got some 30 pies with her because she was not bought anything at the fair, and she saved that 30 pies for her backward journey. Now she paid it for her ticket, and as he was punching the ticket, he asked this question. Conductor asked to Ali Amai whether his mother would be waiting or worried for her. Then what's her reply? You see, no one will be looking for me, she said. The bus started, and again there were the same wonderful sights. Her onward journey was so good, and at the same way, similarly, the backward journey too. She had seen those sights, what that she had observed or seen or viewed while she was going to the town. Wali was not bored in the slightest or greeted everything with the same excitement she would felt the first time. Okay, she was not get bored of having the same sights, the similar sights which she had seen it before, and the same kind of enthusiasm and excitement that she had shown to have a good sight of those. The sights were much familiar to her. At the same time, those sights were really very interesting for Wali Amai, so she never get bored of it. But suddenly she saw a young cow lying dead by the roadside. Oh, what a pity. Actually on her on-way journey, okay, she had seen the cow which was running so wild, and it was stood as an obstacle for vehicles, isn't it? But the same cow was stood there, and it was lying dead. Or was it? It was lying dead. And she was very much felt, okay, sad about it. What had been a lovable, she was thinking back what that she had seen while she was going her onward journey. Just where it had been struck by some fast moving vehicles. Actually, when she was taking her onward journey, she had seen the cow was running so wild that the same cow was lying dead now on the roadside. Isn't that the same cow that ran in front of the bus on her trip to town? She asked the conductor. She asked the conductor whether the same cow that she had seen before. Then the conductor said, yes, it is. How sad. The conductor nodded. Okay, nodding of his head indicates that yes, you are right. And she was overcome with sadness. What happened? She felt very sad about it. What had been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life and looked so horrible. How was the dead cow was looking? Okay, the dead cow was looking so horrible because those eyes were just staring. The staring sight can be seen of the eyes, and the eyes were giving a deadly sight, isn't it? And the eyes have lifelessness. There is no life in the eyes. Okay, and suddenly it's lost its charm. It was so energetic, strengthening, and it was such a charming one. Now it was looking lifeless. And its life and looked so horrible, so frightening as it lay there. How was it looking? It was looking it was such a horrible sight. And the legs spread-eagled. Spread-eagled, please underline the word spread-eagled in the sense of spread out. The legs were apart. And a fixed stare in its lifeless eyes. The eyes were looking as if they have no life. Really, they have no life in it. Blood is spread all over. So on that sight of a dead cow, she felt very unhappy. She was so sad. All her trip, which it has given her such a great experience. Because of this deadly cow was given her a kind of saddened part of her journey. So even if we have some 90% of good things, if one bad thing occurred in between, what happens? All 90 good sides or the good moments we forget, because that only miserable incident or that event only will stay in our mind. In the same way, that incident was stuck in her mind and it was unable to remove from her mind. See, let us come to the next para. The bus moved on. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. She has no longer wanted to look out of the window. After she had got that sight of a dead cow, she doesn't like to look through the window. She doesn't like to look out of the window because she had a great fright whether she could see any such kind of events if she looks out of that window. That's why she stopped looking out of the window, and that memory was haunting her. What is that memory? That bad incident was still stuck in her mind, that was haunting her. What does it mean by haunting? What does it mean by haunting? Please underline the word haunting. Haunting means repeatedly it comes to our mind, or returned something repeatedly to our mind is nothing but haunting. She was get haunted by the sight of the deadly cow over there. She sat thus glued to her seat. She was not moved an inch from her seat. She sat on the same seat until the bus reached her village at 3:40. Right at 3:40, her backward journey is finished to her village, and she was ready to get down from bus. She stood up and stretched herself. Then she turned to the conductor and said, she stretched herself and she turned towards the conductor and started speaking to him like this. Well, sir, I hope to see you again. Okay, madam, he answered her, smiling. Whenever you feel like a bus ride, come and join us. See, he was giving an invitation to this girl. Conductor was very much amused with this girl's way of talking and the girl's way of taking her good care and the way she was maintaining herself, and she said that she can manage herself. She doesn't like to give her hand to the conductor, isn't it? The conductor was very much amused on seeing the girl's way of speaking, and when she was getting down the bus, he said bye to her, and also he has given an invitation to this girl and asked this girl to come again whenever she feels like having a bus ride. And don't forget to bring your fare. So you should come and bring your fare. Your ticket fare you must bring every time whenever you wanted to take a ride. So he had given her a hint of bringing her ticket fare. She laughed and jumped down from the bus. Then away she went, running straight for home. When she entered her house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of Wali's aunts, the one from South Street. This aunt was really a chatterbox, never closing her mouth once she started talking. The moment she has got down from the bus, she ran her home. As soon as she opened the door, maybe the door is kept open, she just entered the house. By the time her mother was speaking to one of her aunts from South Street, she has come to Wali's house and she was having a chat with her mother. That aunt was such a chatterbox. What kind of lady was she? She was a chatterbox. She always speaks much. And where have you been? Said her aunt when Wali came in. She spoke very casually, not expecting a reply. Actually, Wali Ammai never gave any good response to this aunt. Maybe she doesn't like this attitude of this aunt. That's why she never prepared to give her any response. When this aunt was asking, so where she had gone, she hasn't given any response to this one. So Wali just smiled. What was the reply to that aunt? She just smiled at her. That's it. She didn't give any reply. And this aunt was a real chatterbox, she says, and her mother, so Wali just smiled, and her mother and aunt went on with their conversation. They kept on talking to each other. They were completely get involved in conversation, and they were not minding where Wali has gone, when did she come. Actually, this aunt only asked a question where she had gone, but mother did not ask her till now. Yes, you are right, her mother said. So many things in our midst and in the world outside. How can we possibly know about everything? Yes, you are right, Wali's mother said. Yes, yes. So many things that would go, or so many things in our midst and in the world outside would go on. How can we possibly know about all the things and about everything? And even when we do know about something, we often can't understand it completely, can we? Mother says that whenever we try to know something, the other one we would be missing. Okay, she had a conversation with that aunt. She says that whenever we wanted to know something, on the other we would forget something else. Oh yes, breath Wali. What Wali? Because this quotation, okay, suitable or very much okay, applicable to Wali Ammai, because whenever this aunt has got in the house and whenever her mother got up from her bed, we don't know whether Wali's mother came to know that Wali was not at home. Maybe she has not realized. She might be thinking that she had gone to some neighboring house. She had a great faith upon Wali. Taking it as a chance, Wali had just slipped out from the house and she had got into the bus and had a ride. What? Asked her mother. What's that you say? Oh, said Wali. I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge. Oh, mommy, it's not about your conversation. I just wanted to tell you that most of the things that we will be missing, okay, without our knowledge, many things that would happen. So she was telling that. Understand? Just a chit of a girl she is, said her aunt. And yet look how the pokes her nose into our conversation, just as though she were a grown lady. See here this aunt. The aunt name is not given, but she has given one nickname to this lady. Who is she? She's a chatterbox. She says that just a chit of a girl she is. It means she is such a smart girl she is. She's just poking her nose into our conversation. Poke her nose means get involved or interrupting somebody's affairs. Or pokes her nose in the sense takes an interest in something that does not concern her. Actually, it doesn't concern her, but still she is speaking about it. Actually, Wali here indirectly saying that without her knowledge, without Wali Ammai's mother's knowledge, she just slipped out from home. Actually, she was giving reply to her mother instead of giving reply to that aunt. Wali smiled to herself. She did not want them to understand her smile. Wali smiled, but she did not let them understand the way of smiling. Actually, she was smiling because she had done something without their knowledge, without Wali's mother's knowledge. But then there was not much chance of that was there. Okay, Wali smiled to herself. She did not want them to understand her smile. She just wanted to cover up her smile, and she doesn't like to give them any clue that she just slipped out from the house. But then there was not much chance of that. Actually, there is no such chance that they could understand where this Valli Ammai had gone. It's been written by whom? R.K. Krishnaswamy. R.K. Krishnaswamy, that his pseudo name is Valli Kannan. I think you have enjoyed this lesson because mostly the whole lesson is a conversation between the conductor and Valli, and here and there some characters are involved in it in order to make this story little more amusing and little more interesting. Okay, let us go through some of the exercises which are there on page number 127. Okay, and that we will be going through whenever we are meeting in the next class. Okay, learn this lesson, try to understand. Actually, today's portion is such a small little portion, so if it's possible, it is better to go with the next poem, The Tale of Custer the Dragon. Thank you, children.